Okay, y'all, so I'm at my Tractor Supply and they have all of these arborvitaes, and I asked the manager about them. He said they never got watered and he'll give them to me half off. So I'm about to load up my truck and we're gonna plant some arborvitaes. Alright y'all, so here are the arborvitae I'm going to be planting today. There are 6 of them and they are about 4.5 to 5 feet tall, and they're showing a lot of heat stress. So when I spoke to the store manager, he said when the shipment came in, they sat for about a week and a half in 90-degree weather without any water. He didn't get around to watering them, so that's all that's wrong with them, y'all. They just have not had water. So I have already cleaned up one. I've started trimming one. If you guys can see my little bucket here, I've pruned this one on the right. So here's one that I just finished cleaning up. I just went in and cut out all of the dead branches and any of the brown. Most of the branches are still alive. They have some green on them. So I'm just cleaning them up a little bit. So I figured I'd show you guys how I'm doing that on these. So really I'm just going in here, pulling out any of the dead branches and cutting those back down to the base. And then I'm cleaning up all of the debris as well. Look, you guys. Smokey's here enjoying a meal. This is the stray black cat in our neighborhood, and I get so excited every time he comes around. Branches like this, they're still alive, so I'm going to leave that and just pull off the dead. Alright y'all, pruning cleanup job is all done. I did end up doing most of it off camera just because we kept getting a lot of downpours off and on. We're about to get another one, it sounds like, if y'all can hear that rain. Yeah, so I'm going to stay here in the garage. I did end up taking quite a bit off of the bottom of most of these. They do look a little bit bare, which I'm thinking they'll be okay. I did leave the main part of the branch and just cut off the dead, so all of the cuts that I made will promote new growth. So I'm excited to see how these do next spring. I did also leave this branch here just because the tips of the foliage were brown, but the main part of the stem is still green on the inside. Y'all can see that there, so just left that for now just to see how it'll do. But yeah, you guys, they look so much better. I'm so excited to get these in the ground. So this is how much I ended up cutting off of the branches and also cleaning out of the middle. Like, this whole thing is full, y'all. So I think they'll be a lot happier now that their inside is opened up. It can allow more airflow and promote that new healthy growth. y'all are new to my channel and have not been following along, the area along my fence line where I'm planting these trees is actually just red clay fill dirt that I had brought in to regrade my property. So to give these trees something better to root into, I am amending my soil with first some soil conditioner. I also have tossed in a bit of biotone starter fertilizer in the bottom of each hole, and then I'm topping that off with some fresh organic garden soil as well. Alright y'all, so all of the arborvitaes are planted and they look amazing. Y'all, I'm so excited to see this hedge fill in and just be a lush green evergreen backdrop. Now I know it looks a little bit incomplete over here. My reason I did not decide to plant a tree here is because this cryptomeria gets about 6 feet wide. So it'll fill up about this entire space here. So by the time I plant a tree right here, they'll end up touching. So just decided to leave the space open, and I can always go in and just fill in something maybe blooming here temporarily just until my cryptomeria starts to leaf out a little bit more. But yeah, y'all, I'm so excited to have this in the works. So I'm not sure if you watched my previous video, but I'll give you guys a really quick recap. This one on the left here is actually a degroots arborvitae. It's different from the rest of these. This one only grows about 2 to 3 feet wide, so it's just enough to cover up my column post here and the gate. And then the rest of these are all emerald green arborvitaes that I picked up on clearance. They were half off, you guys. I got each one of these trees for $20 a piece. Could not beat that deal. And as you guys saw, I just cleaned them up. The bottoms do look a little bit bare, and all I did was I tried to face the best side or most full side looking outward, and then the bad side is facing the fence. So easy resolve. It looks like I do have a little rogue limb that I might need to just kind of stake up or maybe use some twine to tie it in until it starts to like take root and fill out. But other than that, you guys, there's nothing wrong with these trees. We are expecting a ton of rain this week. We're supposed to get rain every single day for the next like 5 days. So these will be definitely well watered. As you can see, we already have got a rain shower since I finished these up, but I just wanted to film this closing for you guys really quick. All of the emerald green arborvitaes are planted exactly 3 feet apart on center. I planted them very close together just because I want them to end up touching so that I won't end up seeing my gate eventually, or I'm sorry, my fence. So they're planted very close together. They are pretty mounded up as well. They do look like they're like sloping down in height, but that's just the natural grade of my property. Eventually, as they grow, these do get about 12 to 15 feet tall. They'll even out and you won't even notice that they are like not level at the bottom. So I do also plan on coming in and filling in my bed and covering all the bare dirt with some nice thick layer of compost, and that will be probably the bottom, like the length or the height of the bottom rail of my fence. So that's why I mounted them up a little bit higher, so it'll be nice and even eventually. I do plan on making all of this a formal garden bed. I will come in and formally edge it and all of that jazz in a few weeks or so. I did want to touch base with you guys. I did not film this area over here. Just wanted to tell you guys what I've planted over here because I know you guys are probably wondering. So you did see in my previous Arbor Day planting video, I planted these 2 cryptomeria on either side. Again, those do get about 6 feet wide, so they'll fill in this entire corner space over here, and it kind of just depends on where you're standing, if that looks centered or not, but it is placed where I want it. So again, yeah, I think I just won't plant a tree there. I don't know, y'all. I'm still deciding. Anywho, on my back row, I do have more emerald green arborvitaes. So they're actually the same type of tree as these. They're just smaller. And I did end up replacing the 3 that were on like their deathbed. Y'all, I just couldn't, my visual eye just couldn't take looking at it and waiting. So I just went ahead and replaced them. In front of that, the 2 little lime green shrubs that you're seeing are actually elderberries. They're called Lemony Lace by Proven Winners. Cannot wait to see those leaf out and they do get about 3 to 4 feet tall. So I think they'll be a nice pop of color in front of all of my evergreen backdrop. And then here in the center, I have a blue spruce, which I know y'all, over time, that thing will get massive. If I let it stay here for like 15 to 20 years, it'll fill up this entire space, and I don't even know if I'm going to be here that long. So I'm just going to enjoy its pretty blue color while I'm here. Love, love, love the texture that all of these evergreens provide, y'all. I'm trying to get all of my structural pieces in first, and then I can come back in and do my pretty like hydrangeas and flowering things later on. Also, over here, I'm so sorry about the wind, y'all. It's stormy here in North Carolina. I did plant this tree as well. I did not film it. This is actually called a boulevard cypress, and this one does also get about 12 feet tall, and this one actually gets 8 feet wide. So it will actually fill up this entire circle area. And yes, y'all, I will be still cutting out and defining my beds. I'll end up cutting out some of this sod and this like weedy grass to make my beds eventually. But I just could not pass up this icy blue color when I saw it in the farmer's market. Like, look at that. Oh my God, it's so pretty. Like, I need like 4 more of these. If they didn't get so massive, I would plant them everywhere. And this one is actually really soft as well. Like, I know most evergreens like pines and spruces can be really spiny and pokey and like kind of stab you. This one is not like that at all. Like, it's very soft. I could just continue stroking this like all day. Like, look at that color. That teal blue mixed with the green is so pretty. So I'm so excited to see this one grow up. And my reason for having this just so randomly planted here, back here is my entry gate. So if you were to walk in, pretend we're first walking into my garden from the gate, first thing you see is this big blue evergreen tree blocking your entire view, so that you're having to think and wonder what's around that corner. So that's my thought process currently. That might change, but oh my God, just look at that blue color, y'all. It's so cute. Cannot wait to see that. All of these are very slow growing. For the first year or 2 of their life, evergreens pretty much concentrate on just putting out strong roots, and then you'll see them take off with their height. The emerald green arborvitaes grow about 10 to 12 inches per year once they take off. This one only grows 6 to 10 inches per year, so it's very slow growing. I don't think I'll have a problem with it running into my fence, because this is actually planted about 6 feet away right now. So yeah, y'all, that's what's going on back here. I know you guys are probably also wondering where the other 2 trees are, because I did get 6 on clearance. I only planted 4 here. This one and that one were already planted previously in another video, which I'll link for you guys. The other 2 evergreens, I decided not to plant. I'm going to hold off on those, just because when I set them out, I wasn't quite sure if I liked having evergreens continuing here. So I'm still undecided on what I want to plant and put in this area. It will be some type of structure. I just wasn't sure if I want to have evergreens behind that structure. And then also, there are a lot of tree roots from all of the trees and woods that I cut down back here. When I dig those holes, it's just a lot more work than I was willing to take on tonight. So that is why I have not planted those 2. But yeah, y'all, just wanted to give you an update on what's happening in the backyard. I know it wasn't too exciting of a video, but a lot of you guys have been following along with my process week by week. So I thank you guys so much for all of your support and watching my videos. If you're not subscribed, be sure to hit the subscribe button and turn on your post notifications. Leave me a comment down below. Give this video a thumbs up. And as always, thank you guys so much for watching. I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.